are among the largest and most problematic sources of waste. Today, over 1 billion tyres are produced annually in over 400 tyre factories. Tyre stockpiles create a great health and safety risk. Tyre fires can occur easily, burning for months, creating pollution in the air and the ground. We know all this. We are the ones driving the cars after all, and we are certainly part of this. But let's not remind ourselves of the problems. Instead, we can think about solutions. These tyres are just one example of how we don't really know what to do with the byproducts of today's society, let alone the fact that recycling doesn't even cross some of our minds. Let's try to look at these tyres not as a waste, but rather as a resource that we humans produce. The same way a bee produces honey, we humans produce these tyres. They are just waiting to be used, rather than waiting to be illegally burned. Therefore, we are really looking at a mine containing a new resource. So it is no longer a tyre dump. The following is a group of people that has found a very good use for these tyres, and this is just one of the many problems they have found a solution for. So let's meet them.
Especially on the second one, you don't want it to blow out. Never want it to blow out.
This is tyre pounding. You start by placing cardboard inside the tyre, then you fill it up with dirt, and you pound it until the tyre bulges.
Hand packs over here. Right, yeah. In the house. You're working on that, right? Gravel and dirt. You and I? You got lots of trucks coming, right? All right, so let's just dump this one here. I did a test dig out here, and you can go down 30. And we can get 30 from sub, right in the middle. What are you, an intern or what? You know what you're doing? All right.
And I'm going to tell you everything that I'm thinking.
Okay.
So you can help me think.
All right.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Right on.
I got to find a sledgehammer.
Optical leveling. This is performed to define the height differences on ground elevation. To do this, you need a dumpy level on a tripod that gives you a perfect straight line into the distance, to then mark on a leveling rod the height differences. Spirit leveling. This is performed using a spirit or tube level on the already packed tyres to ensure a straight line as every row progresses.
Drop.
Pay attention. If you understand, you're seeing something, you're curious about it, just pay attention to it. You can ask about it, but you need bodies, and that's the importance of having the interns. And then I think it's important that you guys understand. All right, anything else? Okay, good.
Thanks, Mike.
Manana.
This cistern can hold 1,700 gallons of water. There are 3 more on their way, so the total amount of water held will be 6,800 gallons. This particular one is made out of plastic, which is durable and resistant to rust and chemicals.
You make t-shirts?
Yeah.
That's the best gift ever!
So we can have, and so you just have to come over and choose your size, and then, can you try Lars? Medium? Oh.
Sorry. I'll take a large.
Thank you.
Earthship Biotecture was founded by Michael Reynolds in the early 1970s. Throughout his 40-year career, Michael has built up a team who've developed 3 sustainable housing communities in Taos, New Mexico. At present, the Earthship Biotecture team travel the world, building Earthships for people. while also working on developing their communities and concepts back home. Patricio Sorrentino heard about Earthships in 2008. He flew immediately to Taos to meet with Michael.
Michael and I decided that we first wanted a prototype that could show people what Earthships are really about, because that's something that I came across throughout this time, that is very hard for people to realize the real essence of an Earthship without being inside one and without seeing it and living it and actually experiencing the functionality of an Earthship. But then we also had to form a team, because the way it worked out for us is that we were going to stage half of the project and Mike was going to do the other half. We wanted to learn about the project and we wanted to learn the whole process so we could eventually start replicating Earthships around Baja and in Mexico. We had to go and look for the tires. We had to go and look for the glass bottles. We had to go and look for the cans and then the cardboard from the fruit stores. Getting rid of so much stuff that was going to be burned or thrown away or end up in the rivers, in the sea, and seeing all those materials transformed and become an Earthship. I think that's one of the parts I really enjoy the most. We were grabbing the tires and everyone was like, oh, so what are you going to do with tires? And we were saying, we're going to build a house out of tires. And they were, nah, really, you're going to build a house out of tires? There's so many tires here, you can build so many houses. And I guess the reply was like, yeah, that's what we want to do. So there is a lot of materials that people throw away, that we throw away. We think they don't have any value. But Earthships take advantage of that situation and they transform it into something beautiful.
Ha sido algo muy sencillo, ¿no? Como que ha sido algo muy natural y ha sido algo que ha ido fluyendo muy naturalmente. O sea, no ha sido algo como que forzado en ninguna manera. Al ser hermanos, como que es como muy cómodo, es muy bonito y es muy natural empezar cosas juntos, ¿no? Porque al final del día venimos del mismo lugar y como que somos como muy... nos hemos vuelto cada vez más unidos. Todo empezó de algo como una semillita, como que plantaron la semilla en mi cabeza de algo y nos determinamos y lo estamos logrando, ya sabes. Y como que me siento súper afortunada de poder ser parte de esto, de todas las personas que pudo haber invitado a acompañarlo en este camino fue a mí, y que esto también se ha vuelto algo muy para mí, ya sabes, como algo muy mío, como algo muy... que me nace mucho hacer, que me gusta mucho hacer, que me ha hecho entender muchas cosas de la vida y de mí, del ser humano y de la naturaleza, y de que al final del día somos todos uno mismo. Me explico, que no es como que nosotros, nuestra labor en la vida no es cuidar a la naturaleza, es simplemente entender que somos parte de ella, o sea, que somos un ser más dentro de la cadena alimenticia. Esto es más que un Earthship. O sea, un Earthship es un principio, es como una manera de vivir, ¿no? Y como que cambia un poquito el concepto de tu vida, de que tú tienes que trabajar para vivir y no trabajar en tu vivir. O sea, sí te puedes sostener a ti mismo, puedes crear tu propio alimento, puedes crear tu propia agua, tu propia energía, etc. No necesitas el dinero para comprar todas esas cosas, ¿no?
And then at that point in time, I've also, it opens up like a bunch of work for interns to pre-cut all the lengths to the rebar grids that go in the footing. Yeah. And then while they're doing that, to cut and bend the steel that comes from the bomb beam down in. Right. And just pre-cut all the steel all together.
Pre-made frames, These door and window frames were built in Taos, New Mexico by the Earthship biotecture team. Then they were shipped to Todos Santos before the build began.
Thank you very much. It's always been very good.
I've been cooking all night, you know. At least you can tell me if you like it.
And there's 3 downs instead of 4. Right. Yeah. And you can run. You can be running towards line speed.
Can walls. Cans are used to build some of the walls. They help fill up the mass and reduce the amount of cement needed. They are easy to lay, easy to learn, and of course, by using them, we are recycling garbage.
Did you say what I think you just said? I did.
They're not even like correct. I mean, they're level to each other, but the ones underneath are not leveled correctly either.
Glass bricks. To make these, you need 2 bottles of the same kind. Then you cut them with a cutting disc, wash them, and once fully dry, you join them with duct tape to make sure they are well insulated from moisture. The Earthship's Mexico team prepared over 7,000 glass bricks before the Taos crew arrived.
This one? No, yeah. There you go. A little more. That's good. That's pretty close. That's good enough. Brian. I'll take some. Yeah. Pour the bond beam and put the plate on.
Is that Monday?
And put these window boxes up and put the beam on. Get ready for the beam.
There's sparks in my pants, and then sparks.
I love what I write. He wants to do ecological development of some kind and looked on the web, found our site, came to see us, and wanted to do it. We have our community there has a lot of demonstration buildings, and people can come and really see what it is, and he liked it. He wants to get into this and do this the same way we do, with our help, and he wants his 3 boys to grow up doing it. And so it's a good, the overall take on the whole project has got good motives, you know, all the way through, and that's how we kind of select what to do. It's a lot like we're your guides and your Sherpas, and you're climbing Everest. You know, that's kind of the way we set it up. It's not, if somebody wants a home or a house, they have to realize that this is a little bit more than a home or a house. These buildings do everything for themselves, and the way they do everything for themselves is not with poles and pipelines and centralized systems. It's a decentralized approach. Each building is a living, breathing cell that is getting everything that its inhabitants need from an encounter with the natural phenomena of the planet, like the sun, like the rain, like the gravity, like the wind, the condensation, the convection. All of the natural phenomena of the planet are studied and observed and built into these buildings so that they, through encounter with the natural phenomena, become a living, breathing organism that takes care of people and doesn't need fossil fuel. This is a machine. Like you go to the Ford Motor Company and you buy a Ford, you don't tell them, I want a Ford that's two-story and has, 8 wheels and whatever. You say, you pick from 3 or 4 choices, and they are the people that design the automobile that goes down the road. That's what these things have to be like for people to even be able to deal with them.
Ah